Hello friends, myself Professor Shantaya Gurmat, Department of Botany, MGVC Arts, Commerce and Science College, Mudebihar, Karnataka State. Friends, today's class we discuss about morphology of angiosperms, that is the fruits. The fruit may therefore be regarded as a mature or ripened ovary. A fruit consists of two portions, that is the pericarp and the seed. Pericarp means peri means around, carpus means fruit. Developed from the wall of the ovary, and the seeds are developed from the ovules. The pericarp may be thick or thin. When it is thick, it may consist of two or three parts. Outer is the epicarp from the skin of the fruit. The middle called the mesocarp is a pulpy in fruit like mango. And the inner is the endocarp. He is often referred to as the membranous, as in and in the inner is the endocarp is referred to as thin membranous orange, or it may be hard and stony as in mango. When only the ovary of the flower grows into the fruit, it is commonly known as the true fruit. But often it is found that the other floral parts, such as the thalamus, receptacle, or calyx, may also grow and from a part of the fruit. Such fruits are known as false fruit or pseudocarp. Then dehiscence of fruits. There are many modes of dehiscence of fruits for the liberation of their seeds. Number one is a transverse, as in cox comb, and porous by pores, as in poppy. Valvular, that is bursting partially or completely into pieces, called valves. Dehiscence may be sutural, opening by one or both the sutures, as in pea, bean. Loculicidal, splitting through the back of the loculus chamber, as in cotton, lady's finger, etc. Septicidal, dehiscing through septa, as in linseed or devil cotton. Then we discuss about classification of fruits. The fruits, whether true, may be broadly classified into three groups: simple, aggregate, and multiple or composite. First, we discuss about simple fruits. When only one fruit develops from a single ovary, either of simple pistil or syncarpous pistil, of a flower with or without accessory parts, it is said to be simple fruit. A simple fruit may be dry or fleshy. Dry fruits may be again classified into dehiscent, indehiscent, or schizocarpic. Number one, dehiscent or capsular fruits. First one is legume or pod. This is a dry monocarpellary fruit developing from a superior one-chambered ovary, dehiscing by both the sutures, as in most of the Papilionaceae members. The examples are pea, bean. Then second one is follicles. This is also a dry monocarpellary superior one-chambered fruit like the previous one, but it dehisces by one suture only. Simple follicles are rare. They sometimes seen in calotropis. Most commonly, however, follicles develop in an aggregate of two or three or many fruits. Then siliqua. This is a long, narrow, many-seeded fruit developing from a superior bicarpellary ovary with two parietal placentae. The dehisces from below upwards along the two ventral sutures into two valves, leaving a two-ribbed wiry framework called the rellum, with the seeds attached to it, and a false septum with the seeds attached to it, and false septum across the silica is commonly found in cruciferae. A short, broad, and flat siliqua is otherwise called silicula. Then we discuss about the capsule. This is a many-seeded uni or multilocular fruit developing from a superior or sometimes inferior bi or polycarpillary ori and dehiscing in various ways. All dehiscent fruits developing from a syncarpous ori are commonly known as capsules. The best examples are poppy, cotton, lady's finger, etc. Then we will discuss about indehiscent or acheneal fruit. First one is caryopsis. This is a small, dry, one-seeded fruit developing from a superior monocarpillary ori with the pericarp fused with seed coat. The best examples are rice, wheat, and maize. The second one is achene. An achene is a small, dry, one-chambered and one-seeded fruit developing from a superior or inferior monocarpillary ori, but unlike the previous one, the pericarp of this fruit is free from the seed coat. Simple achenes are found only in a few cases, as in 4 o'clock plant, Mirabilis jalapa. And third one is sepsilla. This is a dry, one-chambered and one-seeded fruit developing from an inferior bicarpillary ori with the pericarp and the seed coat are free, as in sunflower, marigold, and cosmos. Then fourth one is samara. This is a dry, indehiscent, one or two seeded fruit developing from a superior bi or tricarpillary ori with one or more flattened wing-like outgrowths. The example is heptage. Then we discuss about nut. This is a dry, one-chambered and one-seeded fruit developing from a superior bi or polycarpillary ori with a pericarp hard and woody. The examples are cashew nut and water cashew nut. The last one is splitting or schizocarpic fruits. The first one is lomentum. This is a type of dry, indehiscent legume constricted or partitioned between the seeds into a number of one-seeded compartments. The fruit splits transversely along the constrictions or partitions into one-seeded pieces, as in gum tree, mimosa, etc. Second one is cremocarp. This is a dry, indehiscent, two-chambered fruit developing from an inferior bicarpillary ori. And ripe, the fruit splits apart from an indehiscent, one-seeded pieces called mericarps. The mericarps remain attached to the prolonged end carpophore of the axis. Cremocarp is a characteristic fruit of umbelliferae. Example, coriander. Third one is a double samara. In maple, the fruit develops from a superior bicarpillary ori. When mature, it splits into two samaras, each with a wing and a seed. Such a fruit called double samara. Then regma. This is a dry, indehiscent fruit developing from a syncarpous pistil. It splits away from the central axis into as many parts called cocci. As there are carpels, each part containing one or two seeds, the seeds are liberated later on the decay of the dry pericarp. Common examples are castor and euphorbia and jatropha. Then fifth one is carcerulae. This is a small, dry, indehiscent, four-chambered fruit developing from a superior bicarpillary pistil. This is a fruit characteristic of labiate. The fruit remains enclosed by the persistent calyx and later splits into four chambers, each enclosed a seed or nutlet. Then we discuss about fleshy fruits. First one is a drupe. This is a fleshy, one or more chambered and one or more seeded fruit developing from a monocarpellary syncarpous pistil. With the pericarp differentiated into epicarp, which forms the skin of the fruit, mesocarp, which is often fleshy, and the endocarp, which is hard and stony. Hence, the fruit is also known as a stone fruit. The best example is mango. Beca or berry. This is a superior indecent, usually many seeded, fleshy or pulpy fruit developing from a single carpel or commonly from a syncarpous pistil with axile or parietal placentation. The examples are tomato, brinjal, grapes, etc. Then third one is pipo. This is also a fleshy or pulpy, many-seeded fruit like the berry, but it develops from an inferior, one-celled or superiorly three-celled syncarpous pistil with parietal placentation. This type is seen in most often. Then we discuss about pome. This is a inferior two or more celled fleshy syncarpous fruit surrounded by the thalamus. The fleshy edible part is composed of the thalamus, while the actual fruit lies within. Example is apple, pear. Fifth one is Hesperidium. This is a superior many-celled fleshy fruit developing from a syncarpous pistil with axial placentation. Here the endocarp projects inwards, forming a distinct chambers, and a epicarp and mesocarp fuse together from a loose or tight skin, the fruit, as in citrus. The best examples are orange and lemon. Then blastula. This is a special type of inferior many-chambered and many-seeded fruit developing from a syncarpous pistil, with usually two whorls of basal carpels lying within the receptacle. But during the development of the ori, the outer carpels become tilted up and superposed. The result is that the two layers of chambers are formed within the outer or upper ones occupying a parietal position. The pericarp of the fruit is tough and leathery, and the chambers are made up of thin walls of carpels. The testa of the seed is filled with an acid juice, while the tegma is horny. Pomegranate is a fruit characteristic of blastula type. Then aggregate fruits. An aggregate fruit is a collection of simple fruits or fruitlets developing from a apocarpous pistil, means free carpel of a flower. An aggregate of simple fruits borne by a single flower is otherwise known as an eterio, and the common forms of eterios are eterio follicles, as in Calotropis, with two follicles, with three follicles in Michelia, and Eteriophoceans, as in Clematis, Narvelia, strawberry, and etc., as in Eteriopdrupes, as a raspberry, rubes with a small drupes also, called druplets, remaining aggregate together on a fleshy thalamus, and Eteriopberries, as in custard apple. Then we discuss about multiple fruits or composite fruits. A multiple or composite fruit is that which develops from a number of flowers together, or in other words, form an inflorescence. Such a fruit otherwise known as infructescence. Here there are two examples. Number one is Sorosis and another one is Syconus. Sorosis is a multiple fruit developing from a spike or spadix. The flowers used together by their succulent sepals, and at the same time, axis bearing them grows and becomes fleshy or woody. As a result, the whole inflorescence forms into a compact mass. Example, pineapple and jackfruit. Cyconus. The cyconus develops from a hollow pear-shaped fleshy receptacle which encloses a number of minute male and female flowers. The receptacle grows, becomes fleshy, and forms the so called fruit. It really encloses a number of true fruits or akins which develop from the female flowers lying within the receptacle at its base, as in ficus. The example is banyan. Okay, thank you, friends. So, meet in the next video.